kitty on the bed. See, kitty. He's all curled up sleeping. So, Neverwhere. Richard. Richard has a job. He has an apartment. He has a fiancée, Jessica. And Jessica doesn't come to his apartment because he has a normal, typical apartment where, gob toothpaste in the sink. And everyday life stuff like that, which Jessica doesn't like because Jessica is a perfectionist. She is a professional and she's a perfectionist. And I gotta thin out my bangs, I think. Anyways. And he has a job. Oh man, I think he's an accountant. I can't remember now. Anyways, job, fiance, normal everyday life. Except for his Jessica's a little bit demanding. So one day Jessica is freaking out because they have to meet her boss or some big wig guy, and hang on. Oh, yeah. Sorry, his name is Richard. I couldn't remember. Okay, so they're going to this very important supper, and all of a sudden, boom, through the wall comes this girl. It does. The story at first skips back and forth a little bit, like you don't know what's going on. Like it talks about Richard and his life and with Jessica, and then it talks about this. Well, it's a girl being chased or stalked by two guys. Can't remember their names. They call him Mr. Vandermaud and whatever the other one's name is. I don't see it here offhand. Anyways, when she falls in front of Jessica and Richard, she's hurt. But of course, Jessica doesn't care. She's like, call an ambulance. We gotta go. We got an important supper to go to. We gotta go now. And Richard, of course, is more of a sentimentalist, has more empathy. And he's like, no, this girl is hurt. And he picks her up. She's like, what are you doing? If you pick this girl up and you don't get to the supper right now, our marriage is off, and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, this girl's hurt. And the girl begs them not to call an ambulance or police. So Richard takes her back to his apartment. This starts a whole new life for Richard. A life for Richard where he no longer exists above ground, where people really don't see him. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. His job is no more. His apartment is now being rented right out from underneath his feet. They don't even see him there. He's there when the superintendent or the landlord's showing his apartment, and he's like, he has to leave and he has to go find this girl. She got better and she left, and two of the very evil men had come to his door looking for her, but she somehow hid away. So anyways, in his apartment, he didn't know where she went. So now all of a sudden, Jessica phones and breaks off the engagement. He goes to her work. She doesn't even recognize who he is. His whole life has changed from picking up that girl. Everything has changed. Now he has to enter the underworld, down in the sewers where the rat people are, who talk to the rats, and all sorts of stuff's going on. Floating markets. They have to find a key. The girl's family was killed. They have to go find who killed her family. It starts to bring into a whole lot more characters and a whole life underground. There is one man, Bailey, who lives above ground, up. There's the sewers and the things under your main life, we all know, and then the roof life. Slipping through the cracks of reality, Richard lands in the Neverwhere, a London of shadows and darkness, monsters and saints, murderers and angels, They exist entirely in a subterranean labyrinth. The Neverwhere is home to Dor, who's Doreen, the mysterious girl Richard helped in the London above. Dor, a noblewoman whose family has been murdered, is on a quest to find the agent that slaughtered her family and wrought the destruction of this underworld kingdom. If Richard is to ever return to his former life, he must join the journey to save Dor's world and find a way to survive. Darkly hypnotic. They have to go to these floating markets that move all the time. The London Underground. Now, where is it? When they go to the Earl's Court, it's actually run by an Earl. I don't even see it. There's all sorts of mysterious trains that run. There's Earl's Court. It's actually run by an Earl that they go to see. And there are trains, magical trains more or less. Richard's